Hi, this is Robert Meyer, Certified Law of Attraction Coach. What we're going to cover today is the Law of Attraction and the Power 7. Now, the integrated individual, he takes charge of his thoughts, feelings, and actions. He tunes himself to survive and thrive, whether social and economic conditions are good or bad. He understands that his mind is his most powerful weapon in understanding reality. In addition, he meditates to gain more insights and awareness of reality. Now, let's reveal the Power 7. Obviously, the integrated individual, the warrior, conquers his illusions and he unleashes the Power 7. I have some notes here, so I'm going to be looking at my notes quite often since this is such an important subject. Let's do power. Here's power number 1. The integrated individual practices non-resistance, non-reaction, and non-attachment. The important thing to remember is that this doesn't mean you succumb to what everybody else thinks. If you allow yourself to be captured by what everybody else believes, you obviously aren't going to reach any state of accelerated awareness. What it means, though, is you go with the flow of your power. That's what the integrated individual does. Unfortunately, the statement is open to some misunderstandings, which is why New Age newbies get it all wrong. They get the ridiculous idea that non-action is the path to accelerated awareness. Obviously, that's ridiculous. Of course, if the deluded man or woman stumbles around unconsciously in a social maze, their actions could produce some bad results. Now, for someone pursuing self-actualization, the opposite is true. It's perfectly natural to take action on your goals and desires. That means you put the law of attraction into action. Now, however, you must remain unattached to the outcome. If you get undesirable results, you remain calm. And then what you do is you analyze your results, you check your premises, you make a new decision, and once again you put the law of attraction in action and embark on a new course of action. That's what non-reaction is all about. Obviously, non-resistance means going with the flow. The integrated individual goes with the flow of his power. Unfortunately, other people go here, there, and everywhere aimlessly. You certainly don't want to do that. Non-reaction guarantees you won't act in self-defeating ways. You realize rational behavior is not in your best interest. In addition, you don't allow irrational people to cause you to lose control of your thoughts, feelings, and actions. Of course, that's easier said than done. However, the warrior, the integrated individual, practices mastery every day of his life. Now let's get into power number 2. As an integrated individual, an impeccable warrior acts. And how does he act? He practices non-resistance, non-reaction, and non-attachment. He disdains all irrational behavior and acts from the virtue of rational self-interest. Now there's a formula for obtaining peace of mind. He also experiences both ordinary and non-ordinary reality, which means he discovers both the delights of his reasoning abilities and his intuitive powers. He integrates the body, mind, and spirit. Hopefully you know what I mean. And if you're still uncertain, you need to understand that mastery requires enhanced reasoning abilities, powerful intuition, and a peaceful mind. I'm certain you're ready for success, right? Keep in mind that the teachings aren't 100% mystical. Some of them do involve your reasoning mind, okay? Obviously you don't want other people to sting you, so you got to realize out of control people pose a threat to anyone that comes near them. So you must continually act in your best interest. Now here's power number 3. The integrated individual makes decisions and takes actions based on rational self-interest, which I call enlightened self-interest. Obviously only a fool would do otherwise. Unfortunately, a lot of the people in charge of things have poisoned other people's minds by telling them it's selfish to act in their self-interest. These unfortunate men and women allow the anti-life philosophy of social altruism to brainwash them. You can't live by secondhand values. You can't just believe what everybody else believes. You can't think, well, the politically correct is right, because usually it isn't. So what you do instead is you practice the virtues of self-responsibility and self-reliance. The integrated individual doesn't expect society or the government to support him. He understands that rational self-interest harmonizes with reality. You know, unfortunately, people that are entrenched in their delusions, they actually evade the laws of the universe, burdening those who associate with them. Now, here's power number 4, and this is really important. Maybe I should just stop speaking now so you understand it. But anyway, it's master the power of silence. Gain silent power. Now, a long time ago, this may be before your time, there was a song by Joe Jones called You Talk Too Much. It had the verse, and this is really good. You talk too much, you worry me to death. You talk too much, you even worry my pet. Now, I'm sure you've heard someone go on and on and on about some frivolous matter. It's probably almost torture to your ears and your mind. But anyway, I once knew a man who could indulge in a 15-minute talking jag. And every few sentences he changed the meaning of what he was saying until you didn't even know what the heck he was talking about. The only thing possible about that, he probably confused some people that probably needed some to be confused so they could clear their mind of the nonsense they had. But, I'm sure most people would see him as quite imbalanced. Here's something you need to realize. Do you understand how much an overly talkative person deletes his positive energy? Now, if you don't have any positive energy, you're certainly not going to be able to successfully use the law of attraction. I mean, that's obvious. The integrated individual, the impeccable warrior, masters the power of silence because he knows his words contain power. For instance, when you're putting the law of attraction in action with your affirmation, you want to make sure they're as powerful as possible. Okay. Now, because of that, the intelligent individual treats his words like scarce resources. When he speaks, he imparts great meaning in what he says. By the way, the less you say, the more you surround your aura with mystery and wonder. So that's the best way to do. Master the power of silence. Number 5, and this is important because when you have plans and strategies, y'all quite often want to tell everybody about it. Unfortunately, there's many people that would love to see you fall flat on your face. So power number 5 is the integrated individual keeps his plans and his strategies to himself. Now, when you carelessly reveal your plans and strategies, envious people will consciously or unconsciously sabotage you with their thoughts and actions. Sadly, they want to see you fall flat on your face, which I mentioned a little while ago. You should know that successful actions say a lot more than unrealized talk. Okay, let me get to the next page here. Okay. Now, certainly, this is one thing. You certainly don't want the embarrassment of other people laughing at your unsubstantiated claims when they fail to materialize. What you do is you silently make your plans, you use the law of attraction, then you take action. If you succeed, the world will know soon enough. Okay, power number 6 is really important because the integrated individual never allows anyone to cause him to lose his balance. He remains calm and cool always. As mentioned, the integrated individual, the impeccable warrior, takes charge of his thoughts, feelings, and actions. He also practices non-resistance, non-reaction, and non-attachment. Now, losing your cool or blowing your stack, that means that you relinquish control to another person or circumstance. In addition, it shows that you are enslaved by your attachments. Now, in order to not act like that constantly, you might want to consider a daily meditation practice. Meditation helps you remain in charge regardless of what is happening around you. Here's something you might want to do. Whether you feel stressed or overwhelmed, stop what you're doing and breathe in slowly through your nose, counting to 7. Hold on to the count of 7, then breathe out slowly through your mouth or your nose to the count of 7. Do that breathing exercise at least 3 times. Then slowly count from 10 to 0. You do that, you'll finally reach a peaceful state of mind, or at least something close to it. The integrated individual refrains from blowing his stack and sabotaging his relationships. Okay, here's number 7. And this is important if you're going to make sure the law of attraction works for you successfully. The integrated individual cleans out his garbage, releasing negativity. Now, you can't hang on to your mental, emotional garbage and expect to feel in charge of your actions. Negative thoughts and feelings sabotage your very existence. I understand that, unwanted feelings suddenly pop into your mind, especially when negative circumstances confront you. Now, here's how you're going to handle that. One technique we call cleaning. Just as you take out the garbage, you get rid of your negative thoughts and feelings. Here's how simple it is. Allow yourself to drift into a meditative state. As negative thoughts come to the surface of your conscious mind, visualize them falling away from your being and dissolving. Now you keep doing that process until you feel a peaceful state of mind, or until positive thoughts surface. Then count from 1 to 5 and come back to full consciousness. Okay, now obviously use the above method as often as needed. Now, here's another thing you can do while you're doing that. Some people reach a deeper state if they imagine themselves surrounded by white light, or they become the light, which is rather pleasurable. Do whatever works best for you. Now, here's a warning. Practitioners of meditation use the process to become one with ordinary and non-ordinary reality, or one with the universe. You're not doing this to become one with irrational people or other people that don't care about your self-interest. The integrated individual advances well beyond the conformity and mindfulness of the masses. He remains firmly in touch with reality, and that's what you must do if you're going to practice the law of attraction successfully. Okay, here's the conclusion now. You don't want to worry or fret if you don't live up to the code of the individual integrated, the impeccable warrior, because no one is perfect. However, you can move closer and closer to the perfection you desire. And you must realize there's no such thing as perfection in the sphere of human action, and I can verify that from my own experiences. Now, after you've heard the Power 7, you're beginning to realize that you can joyfully walk down the path of integrated individualism. Okay, that's all for now. This is Robert Meyer, certified law of attraction coach. And what you might want to do is visit, we got plenty of information there and plenty of tools for you to use if you visit Robert Meyer Integrated Law of Attraction Coach, and you'll find that at robertmeyerloa.com. Once again, I'll repeat that. It's robertmeyerloa.com. And go visit there and see all the wonderful tools we have available for you. Well, that's it for now. Thank